Hello, welcome to Escape the Box Piano. It's Dan here. In this tutorial we're going to look at a boogie woogie version of Jingle Bells, 'Tis the Season and all that. This version was actually put together by composer David Bruce, great guy. He's actually got his own channel here on YouTube. I'll link that down in the description. Please do pop over there and give that channel some love. Anyway, here is what we're looking to play. So, as you can see in the right hand, a reasonably straightforward iteration of the Jingle Bells theme, and in the bass we've got a couple of different boogie woogie patterns. It's kind of a piece of two halves. Let's have a look at the first pattern in the left hand. From middle C, we're going to go down 1 and 2 octaves. Fifth finger on C, second finger on G, thumb on A. And it's just those three notes, C, G, A, back to G, and then repeat. Now, one of the great things about that pattern is what I call portable, which means without expanding or contracting your hand, you can kind of move your hands to different starting notes and play the same pattern on different starting notes. Crucially, in this piece, we'll be moving from the fifth finger on C to the fifth finger on F. So now your second finger's on C and your thumb's on D. G will be another starting note for us. As will D. So D, fifth finger, second finger on the A, thumb on the B. And effectively we just move between those different areas on the piano. We'll look at the exact structure when we play hands together in a few moments' time. Let's take a look at the other pattern. So also starting down here 2 octaves below middle C, but now the pattern looks and sounds like this. So a little bit more involved, a bit more movement required, but let's break this down. So C and then C with your fifth finger and thumb. Okay, now with the middle fingers of your hand, we're going to move up from chromatically, so note by note, from E through to G. Fourth finger, third finger, second finger, and you're going to bring your thumb in. And once you've brought your thumb here, you're going to stretch your fifth finger down to the G, and then finally play the G at the top again. Bring your fifth finger back in, and repeat the pattern. Again, this pattern is transportable. It moves around the keyboard a little bit. Crucially, it goes to F. Let's have a look at that. So F and F. Then A sharp, B and C, C and C, and again we move between those different areas. As well as the basic patterns, there are some link bars. Typically it'll be octaves either kind of staggered or together. Let's look at the right hand. From middle C, we're going to put our thumb on G and fourth finger on the E. You're going to need the fifth finger to reach for the G in a second. So thumb and fourth finger. Play that 3 times. And then that was another 3. Now play it again. And then the G with your fifth finger. E flat and C. D. And then G and E again. Move your hand, move it one white note up, A and F, play 4 times. And then once more, and then back to G and E for 3 times. Okay, thumb down to the F sharp, keep your right hand, your fifth finger on the E. Now step it down to D, play the F sharp and the D again, and the E, and then G and D, and G and G. That's halfway through the chorus. You do the same thing again for the second half, almost. Okay, so all of that you already know. And then for the final couple of measures of the chorus, G and G twice, and F, D, C. 2, 3, 4. Into the verse then. G, E, D, C, G. And with the E, we can kick a little grace note into that, a D sharp. Barely, you barely hear it, you play it very quickly. Just adds a little spice to it, so. G again, G, E, D, C, and then F and A. A, F, E, D, B. And then the melody line is G, G, F sharp, G, E. And we're going to harmonise that with B, B, A sharp, B, G. Okay, and then we go around again. G, E, D, C, G. G, E, D, C, F and A. A, F, E, D. And then 4 times, G and B. Then F sharp and A sharp, B and G, C and A, D and B, E and C, and again. Then we're back into the chorus again, which we've already learnt. So that final bit there is G, A sharp, B, and then C, B flat and C is the chord with that very clear and obviously dissonant B flat and we're actually going to tremolo between those notes, so a quick alternation. That could take a little bit of practice, but you are effectively rotating your hand very fast to play the B and C at the top and the C at the bottom. And then you just come off sharply and abruptly, and that's the end of the piece. David Bruce's recommended tempo for this is 132 beats per minute, which sounds like this. So that's the recommended speed. Of course, you might want to start a lot slower and work up to that speed. Let's take a look now at the piece Hands Together, but we'll slow it right down so you can really kind of observe and see how the different hands lock in. Going from the beginning then, we're going to play the left hand pattern for a couple of measures before we even start in the right hand. And that was one measure. That's the second measure. Okay, so now the right hand starts. Okay, and then one of these links in the bass, we're going to go G, F, E, D, and we're going to stagger that. And now we're going to walk up octave by octave in the bass from G to A sharp to B, and then we'll be back on C again. And then we go into the verse. Pushing through into the verse then. Okay, and now we're going to go back into the chorus again, and this is the point at which the left hand pattern changes. Taking a look then at that final chorus. And now in the left hand, underneath, we're going to be playing so that's D and D, E and D, F sharp and D, back to D and D, and then G, F, E, D, staggered. Let's look at how that links in. And onwards. And then G, F, E, D, C at the end. And again, the same tremolo in the left hand that we're applying in the right hand. And there you go. Well, I do hope you found this tutorial useful. If you have, please do leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see transcribed next. As I said, do go to Dave Bruce's YouTube channel and have a look and see what he's done. And I'll also put a link in the description below of the sheet music that he's provided for this. I look forward to seeing you again soon.